found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitches burning out. Lightning in a bottle. I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitches burning out.
Can't do it. I'm wearing a hat.
There's nowhere to put my head down and take a nap.
I tried. My hat's not going to work.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. My bad. We recorded? My bad. I'm sleeping a little quick. Yo, what's up? It's First Choice Fantasy. We're back with some first choice sleepers for the 2021 fantasy football season. We got some deep sleepers today. Some people that you'd probably never even heard of.
Some guys that you're probably not drafting in your redrafts, but they're here. They're here whether you like it or
pick
not.
them up. Well, some of them.
If you got like a 16-team redraft because you're a psychopath, this is the video for you.
This is a video for you for damn sure. But yeah, these picks, they're like very deep. Like you're probably not even using your 15th round pick on some of these players.
No.
Like you're probably just like keep an eye on them when they're on the waiver wires just to wait for that week one.
After the rest of your team does get hurt. So they will.
Yeah.
All right.
Take it from me.
ETN. All right. 3 sleepers per person. Alex, you can go first. Let's hear it.
I'm going to go with the wide receiver 72 for this season currently. Well, I haven't checked in like a day, so maybe he's different, but he's probably in that range. Emmanuel Sanders. My man's still got some stuff in the tank, and like playing in Buffalo, and all they do is pass the ball. So like, I mean, we saw what John Brown is capable of there. I don't think it's outside the possibility that Sanders is a similar presence. I get it. He's old. He might not play. He's also old. Did I mention he's old? He's like 33. That's like 150 in football years. I don't care, man. Like I said, Buffalo, all they do is throw the ball. It's worth a look. If you're really hurting on receivers, that man could be helping. Even like it's like a streaming option. Keep your eyes on it. Gabe Davis ain't catching no fucking 7 touchdowns this season. That was stupid.
It was stupid. I would agree with that.
That's fair. My first sleeper is Salvon Ahmed. He's running back 67. I think that, like we discovered last week, Gaskin was hurt. And when he's hurt, this dude is going to be filling in. And he's solid. I truly believe he's a solid back. I mean, for what you're looking at with running back 67, if he has to come in as a backup role, not many people will be looking at him as one of those golden standard players that you're like, he is the backup. I want that backup. Get me that handcuff. This dude, you can just pick him up off waivers. If something happens to happen, you got him. You got Ahmed, and I think he's going to be a solid starter once he fills that backup role.
It's never going to be a thing, Brennan. I hope you hear that. Salvon Ahmed is not worth your pick and redraft unless you're in like a 16-team league where it's like a 20 round pick, something like that. But yeah, all right. Well, let's go with my first sleeper, and can't wait for Alex to not like it because I know Brandon kind of likes it because he was intrigued by it. Sony Michel. He's the running back 43, I think, or something like that.
He belongs in this list.
He does. 127th overall. So what's that? Like, let me do the math. 11th round of a 12-team league, right? It's a nice little sleeper. If you think about it this way, right? The only running back in front of him on the roster is Darrell Henderson, who he is not a running back you can use in heavy loads. You've seen Sony Michel be used in heavy loads. So, I mean, Sony Michel is a late dart throw with the possibility of being used as almost an every down back, say if Darrell Henderson gets hurt, or just in general, if he gets used very often. I mean, they paid a 5th round pick or something like that for him. If he gets used often in offense, it's going to be booming. I expect big things from him. So 11th round pick, why the hell would you not take that? I like it a lot.
11's too high for me, but see the potential. All right, I'm going to go with a guy who's going a little bit lower, RB 70, Jerrick McKinnon. I was pretty into him last year for the Niners before the season when he was like coming back from missing like 2 years. No one gave a shit. And you know what? He rewarded me with some useful weeks. And I think he's going to reward you with some useful weeks. because he's like the two-ish on that team, him and Darrell Williams. I'm not buying that shit, man. He's better than Darrell Williams. I think he's better than Darrell Williams. And like, I mean, Clyde's already got an ankle thing. Like, McKinnon's not going to be some workhorse, but like, he's a useful piece, and I think he can have some solid games for you. And RB 70, I think he can beat that.
Yeah,
I can dig it as a priority waiver player. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Might be starting him. We'll get to that.
I mean, if you think about it, if he's a starting running back for the team, or if he's doing numbers for a team, you probably would roster him. I don't know about starting him.
We'll get to that. We're not at that video yet.
Damn. All right. Well, moving on then. My second player is another running back. I'm going real deep in the running back pool. So these dudes, I mean, the arguments aren't going to be too out there. It's going to be straightforward. I think J.J. Taylor, New England Patriots running back, I think he might fill a role if anything happens to James White. He's going into his second year, so typically the Patriots don't run like rookies too much. I don't know. But I feel like J.J. Taylor, if anything were to happen to the dudes ahead of him, he might get some playing time, and he wasn't that bad in preseason. He actually played fairly well, in my opinion. And it's preseason, so it's not like anything to get all up in arms about. But I think if you listen to the First Choice Favorites episode, I said the Patriots offense will be rolling pretty hot. And if Taylor finds some type of role, I think he might be like a solid bench flex play on occasion.
Maybe.
Yeah. And all these guys are maybes. Well, most of them.
All of them, I would probably say. Besides this next one that I have.
Some more than others.
Let's wait for that.
Some more than others.
And this next one's locked to be productive in some way, shape, or form. Rashod Bateman, the rookie wide receiver for the Baltimore Ravens. He's going off the board as the wide receiver 73, according to Fantasy Pros, right? So what round is that? Let's do the math. It's undrafted. He's going undrafted.
Yeah. That's
just
crazy
wait for it.
Okay, go for it.
It was like a pause for him. All right, Rashod Bateman's he's going off the board. He's not going off the board, actually. Matter of fact. What were you saying, Brandon? Go ahead.
I was saying Rashod Bateman was like, when he got drafted, I feel like he was spoken a lot. Like he was spoken about a lot. Like in the beginning of the off season, he got drafted, still was in some conversations, and then he got hurt, and then just poof. Like I haven't heard literally anything about him from anyone. And he's just, I mean, I think he was higher probably in the rankings before he got hurt, and then he just vanished.
Oh, he definitely was. Yeah, he was like
he's on IR,
8th or 9th round.
Yeah,
I think
so that's
something
dramatic to me. Like that's a far drop to go just because of a minor injury. You're gonna fall that far.
I mean, he's on IR.
He is guaranteed to miss 3 weeks.
Really?
Guaranteed to miss 3 weeks.
Okay. I didn't know that.
So he could be back by week 4, which is fine with me. I mean, the dude might have some helpful weeks. And if you have an IR spot, and I would assume you would, if not more than one, be a worthy stash. Why the hell not? But yeah, it's Rashod Bateman. I liked him. I loved him since he got drafted. And the offense isn't scaring me away, especially if he's for free. Why the hell would you not take him and stash him? See what happens. The worst that could happen is you cut him for some other wide receiver.
Yeah.
That's it.
Don't mind it.
I'm on board with it. All right. I'm going to go with the guy that no one had heard of until like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whenever we hear this. But I'm just throwing it out there, man. Tony Jones Jr. All I'm saying is that second RB spot on the Saints could be a worthwhile spot. And like, I know it's Winston and not Breeze now. But like, still, man, there could be something there. It's worth to keep an eye on it. I'm just saying, you haven't heard it yet. Put it in there.
Heard it
keep
here
an eye on.
first.
You probably didn't hear it here first, but if you want to pretend you heard it here first and I won't pay you any money for it, that would be pretty cool of you.
Pretty
Yeah,
dope setup.
keep it out there. Somehow he's already made his way higher than McKinnon, so apparently you heard it here last. Just keep ears to the ground. Never know.
Keep your nose to the grindstone. Is that how it goes?
But how
Nose
about
to
we
the
get a
grindstone.
trade on the sleeper episode? Ed, I'll give you one of my better third round picks in Dynasty for Tony Jones.
No, because I have too many picks. I'd rather Rashad Penny.
It's gonna be a no.
That's gonna be a no. Let's get a trade going. I'd rather this. No, not happening. All right. Well, it was nice while it lasted.
All right. Well, that was solid.
Back to business.
What is happening in fantasy right now? I was going to pick Mac Jones because I'm all high and mighty about the Patriots this year. But then I scrolled down. Alex looks like he froze. So I'm okay. He's back. I was looking at Mac Jones. He's quarterback 22. I was a little taken by that. I think he can probably be a little higher. And I was going to put him in and talk about him. But then I saw this dude at quarterback 27, Zach Wilson. Like, what is happening? Like,
That's absurd.
I don't get it. I think that Zach Wilson is going to be a solid. Honestly, this whole draft class, in my opinion, will be solid. I just don't think that he's going to be quarterback 27.
All that time I spent saying it's the Jets still. I must have convinced everyone.
You must have, because
So now we got to sneak in and take advantage of this while it's there.
I got just for wow factor, I want to name some of these dudes right above them. So Cam Newton,
Ryan Fitzpatrick,
quarterback 28. Taysom Hill is quarterback 29. I mean, the funniest thing, I'm just going to say, it has nothing to do with him.
21.
Carson Wentz is quarterback 31. That's just funny. Teddy Bridgewater is above him. Taysom Hill is above him, and he's not even
They're still above Jared Goff and Daniel Jones, though.
I think that Zach Wilson will have a solid year. And honestly, there's a lot of good quarterbacks out there, but I think Zach Wilson's going to really play out and be solid, be good. Way better than quarterback 27.
I could dig it. There's a lot of good quarterbacks. That's the only downside, but I do like the unknown that you have with him.
Yeah. I think his floor's got to be quarterback 20.
Touchdowns in there.
I don't know.
You say, what was it?
Quarterback, maybe quarterback 20, early 20s, not late 20s.
His floor?
His floor. He's not going to be garbage. Garbage is
I thought he looked good in preseason.
I think he looked good.
We'll see,
he looked. Yeah, I mean,
he definitely looked capable.
Derek Carr is mid 20s, so I feel like his floor is slightly above that, which is early 20s.
I don't have his floors there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's reasonable though. I understand. I'm picking up what you're putting down. And the Falcons picked up what the 49ers put down.
Mistake.
Wayne Gallman.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Put it down, turn around, it's not there
anymore. Yeah, Wayne Gallman was a priority waiver wire addition by the Atlanta Falcons, who now, yesterday, I don't know. Yesterday, they only had two running backs on roster. It was Mike Davis, Quadri Olson, after cutting Javian Hawkins, cutting Deonta Foreman, cutting Caleb Huntley. So they had two running backs. I knew they were getting somebody, and they might still be getting somebody, but I knew they were getting somebody. I've been trying to target specific players in Dynasty, but the one person that I didn't imagine being there was Wayne Gallman, who just got added today. Quadri Olson got cut, by the way, in case you didn't see that. So it's just Mike Davis and Wayne Gallman in the backfield. Wayne Gallman was pretty dang good when he was used with the Giants. I had high expectations with him for the 49ers, and I will say I do expect Wayne Gallman to be used in some form. Maybe not necessarily as number one, especially since Mike Davis is there. But I don't know if Mike Davis can hold up. He's an old man. old man, and they might still use Wayne Gallman with Mike Davis, and then say Mike Davis gets hurt. Wayne Gallman does have a pretty large range of outcomes.
Oh yeah.
Safe floor, relatively safe floor for a person that's going pretty much undrafted, definitely undrafted. And then the ceiling could be like running back 3, running back 2.
Back 2.
I don't know.
running back 2. He's going to be my running back 2.
Yeah, I like that. My running back 2. Yeah. You should not have him as your running back 2, though. Anybody out there?
Yeah. If you had a choice in the matter, it's not. Yeah, not ideal. not my choice. But just to throw out something funny happened. Royce Freeman got picked up by the Panthers, and I just find that to be hysterical because this man went from like being on a team where like he's going to be the dude, then Philip Lindsay comes, beats him out, and then like they sign other guys, and he's buried on the draft the team. And then he finally escapes and can go somewhere like Wayne Gallman did. He goes to the Panthers. Like, what is going on?
I'm mad.
This is funny to me.
I had picked up Royce Freeman in our Dynasty League, assuming he would go to a team.
I'm glad I didn't drop Wayne Gallman because when he got released, I was considering it, and then my brother was texting me. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to drop Gallman because if he lands somewhere else, Falcons, wide receiver 2, running back 2,
Whoa. Wide receiver 2. High praise
all
for
this
man.
before we get a little too out of hand.
Yeah, let's do that. All right.
Wayne Gallman, love. He's not a sleeper. He's a starter in my eyes. Wayne Gallman,
he's a starter for
like, comment, share, subscribe for the Wayne.
For the Wayne train.
For the Wayne train. I love it. That's going to be carried on forever.
Has to be.
At least this season. All right. Later.